Hello and welcome to the September edition of Comments from the Capitol. I'm State Representative Ed Brooks. As you've noticed, the temperatures are dropping, the leaves are beginning to turn, and the Packers are in a winning mode again. So all good things come to an end. If you like summer, if you like fall, this is your season. Some of the questions we're receiving out in the district, we're going to address them, and probably the most prevalent one we get is concerning wine walks. What are we doing to remedy that? Wine walks are popular tradition downtown where a business improvement or a chamber of commerce will put together as a sponsoring group. They use it as a fundraiser to do many different things in downtown areas or support food pantries and such. The problem with the initial wine walks were that normally a liquor license issued for one premise, and here you have people traveling from business to business, and this deficiency has been addressed in a bill that's been authored by Senator Markline and Representative Ripp and myself, which will allow for multiple locations to be put onto the liquor license. And it has passed through the Senate, it's waiting for scheduling, and it also has passed through the Assembly and it's waiting for scheduling there. We hope to have it passed in the near future so that it can be put in place for the fall events that many of our community has planned. Another question we get is from Jim in Camp Douglas. He says, in one of your updates, you mentioned the ambulance bill that you were co-sponsoring. Has there been any movement on that? Well, Jim, that's a good question. There has been some movement on that, and you're referring to Assembly Bill 213. And that bill changes the law which would allow for only one EMT to be at an accident scene or in an ambulance. It also allows for a driver or a first responder. One of the problems we've had in rural areas is the ability to find volunteers that are willing to go through the licensing procedure for an advanced degree like an EMT. And this law would allow for just one EMT per ambulance along with the driver who is not an EMT. And I think that's one way to deal with the staffing issues that we're having so much difficulty with in our rural areas. Matt in Kendall writes, I saw you recently on TV and that you and Senator Markline have introduced a bill that would make threatening a terrorist act a felony. He goes on to say, do you mean to say that it wasn't that already? Well, that's correct. It was not a felony act to call in a terrorist threat saying that there may be a bomb in a school district or something like that. An incident in my home school district last year caused the school to be evacuated. Someone actually on Facebook had said there's a bomb in the middle school, and the police evacuated all the school buildings, which meant they had to find a safe location to take the students while they searched the buildings and everything. The following day, even after the building had been cleared, 200 students were kept home by their parents because of the trauma and the uncertainty of that event. The person was caught, and the police chief was surprised when he went to charging him that he could only be charged with the misdemeanor. Minnesota has a law that's much stronger, and we've taken a look at that in the drafting of our law that would make it a felony to phone in a terrorist threat, whether it be to well, actually the Capitol. We were evacuated here a few months ago. More recently, the school district DeForest. And so this is something that's becoming more and more prevalent, and we just felt it was important to put the penalty more severe, that it fits the severe nature of a crime. Because even though rarely do they find bombs or bad, evil things, they still must treat everyone as being a genuine threat. And so we salute our police officers, our emergency people that do this, but again, we wanted to make the penalty more fit the crime. And I guess probably in closing, this is about it for the end of the month. We wish you well. We say go Pack, go, and tune again next month for Comments from the Capitol. I am your State Representative, Ed Brooks. Thank you.